Hello everyone and welcome back to the long episode of Timberborn PERMADEATH series. This is episode 5. Who thought we would get this far? Certainly after the miserable mistake I made on the last episode where I ditched about 60 to 70% of my stored water 3 days before a 49-day bad water drought. But those days are behind us. I'd like to say I'm not going to make a stupid mistake like that again, but I'm probably. And look at the damage that it's done. We have 8 adult beavers and we have 14 baby beavers. So the beginning of this episode is going to be a bit painful. We need to get the colony back up. I think probably what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to make sure they're safe, bit of micromanagement, and we are going to fast forward in time until we've got a decent amount of beavers where we can plan for the future. If I decide halfway through that I'm just going to build something crazy while... Actually, now I'm thinking about it, there's nothing stopping me from doing something crazy. There's nothing stopping me from designing something huge while these guys come back to life. So let's do that. Let's be a bit dangerous. I think I need to be a bit more reckless with this series if I wasn't reckless enough. Let's talk about where we are and what we're doing. The immediate plan is to finish the reservoir. It's so close, it's nearly there. Then I want to focus on getting this extension built. We'll get 4 here. Then that will allow this to be able to fill quicker because we're doubling up. I do want to create a reservoir to the south, east and west on this map. That's a huge build. And this is our test rig, which I ended up having to cannibalize for wood for water pumps in the end because I got that desperate. But let's rebuild this. I am still interested to see if this aquifer will deliver water above its height. Not because I'm going to use it in this series, we've already banned it. It's more curiosity at this point of how easy they've made this thing. Because if this aquifer can produce water above itself, then you can create huge dams, which we might do in this series for the bad water. There's nothing stopping me from creating a power tower with the bad water, and I could demonstrate what one of those towers looks like with that. We've extended our build of our dynamite factories, and we've also extended our residential area. 150 beavers, most of them were living outside. That's not great. We have 2 free beavers, and that means we should start planting trees and just do a few checks to make sure we're setting ourselves up for success, that we're not cutting these trees down anymore, which we're not. We need food, we need a lot of food, and we need a lot of water, and pretty much back to square one, I'm afraid. Not much we can do about that. I'm happy everything's working as it should for now, so we're going to leave these guys alone and we're going to look to the future, which is over here. This is going to be our new district, and our new district is going to be a mining district. And I want to do it properly from day one, so we're going to blow out that level to make it even. We can also take advantage of the metal on the other side of here, which we definitely should. Get some scavenger flags in there. And let's link that up there. And for now, The connection will be made through here. Let's look at what we could do with that. We have a train network that's coming through on this line. So we'll delete that one. It's coming through on this line. And then it's going to deliver us to our new district. I don't think they need power to work. I'm pretty sure they don't. I know they need treated planks. Which means there is two aquifers there. We're not using them. That's the rules. We need to get this water over here. I could use that as a reservoir ditch to give water to these lands. That'd be a good thing to do. So let's set that up. What it could be is 8 higher than this one. We've got bad water in the mix, but I can fix that by creating a wall around it and diverting that water off somewhere else. That's something I could do. But I don't want to divert it too far because we're using that to power our colony there. Decisions. It's almost like I know I'm rushing this because I said I was going to. We need to get... Is that another aquifer? Yeah, it is. We need to get water over here. But I also want to divert this bad water. Let's see if there's any underground... And of course there's no underground caverns there. Why would there be for bad water? That was just a neat trick that it played on me. Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to re-divert this bad water through here. And then down here. And then down here and out here. Okay, in order to do that, we need to put some stairs in. There we go. Got some free stairs there. And we may as well take all of this wood from here as well. Good oak. There's a lot of it. It'll go a long way. Now then, it looks like the easiest way for me to get there is this way. So we're going to come over there. Very long path, but we are only diverting bad water. It won't go above there, so it won't come back on us. It will just come out here and just go straight out there. We'll leave that final one because I don't want any of the beavers to get radiation poisoning, but I am going to need to build like a safe bypass. Route there. Okay, when those trees go, that'll be done. So we'll let that little project run for a little bit. The thing is, they're not going to do it quick. There's not enough dynamite at the moment. So we are going to have to make this all priority so they actually do it. get round to building that other stuff first, they'll do that. That's great. And then that will allow us to focus our efforts over here. And I'm going to want them to do this pretty quickly. So we'll set that up like that. Now, back to the train line. So the train line runs through here. And it's going to go on that path there. It will hit that wall. And then where am I going to make my district crossing? Let's make decisions. Let's make our district crossing here. This is where our district crossing is going to be. And I'm going to want this thing to run underground. So anyone who's watching who plays along, I'm using a shortcut key. I'm holding down Alt and using the mouse wheel to go up and down through the levels. You can either do it through here or go back, or you can use Alt and the mouse wheel to do that. And I'm also using X to give me this guide. Okay, we're going to take this line and we're going to come all the way through here. That's going to need a bridge. And we're going to put that bridge across there. And start to build this to remind me of what madness this is that I'm attempting here. Okay, comes through here. That's set up there. And then I'm going to come through. And then we'll make a district path here. We are definitely going to take advantage of that, so we may as well build that straight away. And then we're going to explode all of this. We're going to make a path up to the top of this so they can get to it and get to that level. And those are... The reason I'm doing this is I want to make farmland. I'm going to need a lot of trees. I need farmland, and it's just a lot easier if you create a nice patch of flat ground to build from. So there we go. I'm going to need a lot of dynamite, which is why we've started to build that dynamite town. Okay, took my eyes off for a while. We've got 24 beavers not doing anything. That's not good enough. So let's get those. Let's just focus on food production. We may as well get some wood cutting, because we are going to need a lot of wood. And let's turn on all of the water pumps that we have so we can start collecting water. Not a lot of farmland up there, but we may as well turn that on and make use of it. And we're going to turn on the dynamite factories. We're going to start producing dynamite as quickly as we can. Reservoir is filling up nicely. I don't even want to talk about this reservoir. I'm so upset with myself that I did that. Like traumatized by my reservoir. It's so funny. Again, to remind anyone that's watching us, this is the only water source on this map I am allowed to use on this playthrough. And that suits me just fine because I get to have fun building some really ridiculous, over-the-top water storage solutions. Oh, don't need that anymore. And you probably noticed as soon as that scaffolding was completed, they really got to town finishing this off. It's just a shame that the last drought pretty much wiped them all out of old age. We'll be able to build some advanced birthing pods soon. What do they need? I can't remember what they need. 5 extract and 5 berries. I mean, we could. So the advanced breeding pods mean when they are born, they're adults immediately. You don't have to wait for them to grow up, which repopulating after a drought is incredibly useful. But right now, we're going to concentrate on bringing the food in and building our new colony. I've got a feeling that our town hall is going to be... Where is our town hall going to be? Good question. It really needs to kind of be in the centre. Our town hall is going to be in the middle of this island, which means we can have all of our housing and storage area on the other side of this. So let's start planning that out now. And again, really rough build. I don't really have time to make it pretty right now. That's going to come in the future. What I do need to do though is create a bridge across here, and that way we can get the dynamite sorted out. Right, so while all of that's going on, we're going to look at creating our new housing area. Oh, this back is perfect. Look at this. This is great. Straight down the back there. Straight down the back with... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, it is what it is. Could I could. Okay, we can do better here. Let's destroy this. And then we can put a... Oh, no, not you. No, it got worse. I'm going to put a 3 in. And then we're going to put a U in. And then that will allow us to do the same thing, just a bit neater. Now we're going to, on top of that, we're going to create another deck. And we're going to create a okay. Get to use one of those fancy spiral staircases. Thank you, developers. Look how neat that is. That's great. That is great. Okay. We could go up another one. How many does this hold? 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's over. Way over 150. Let's build up to that level. And then for the future, we're going to just set this up. Chop these trees down. All right, we've got 8 new beavers not doing anything. Let's go and deal with that. What can they do? Well, let's plant these oak here. Planting resource is good right now. And also, we need badwater, because we've got dynamite factories working and no bad water, so that was a total waste of time. Well done on that. Oh, we need to stop these trees from being cut down, because we need the sap from those. Okay. We have 458 logs. 509 planks, 220 cogs, 20 treated planks, which is not enough. So let's turn on the treated planks, and we need to replace the planks that are going to be used in that process. 198 metal blocks. Maximum storage. I can't fit any more in, so we'll have to leave that for now. Okay, got no beavers. Oh, 1 free now. We've got lots of research points. I don't want to waste beavers on that for now. What we can do is food is sorted, dynamite is being produced. Okay, we should start the extract, because we've got a lot of 3 dynamites and 2 dynamites. Let's open up the building. Let's start 4 beavers on the building process, because there is a lot of building to do. It's day 22 already, and it's day 22. Oh, here we go. We can turn these on. It's taken 22 days. It's not full, but it's taken 22 days to pretty much fill it, where we can turn these pumps on and start to fill this reservoir. But I'm forcing them to focus on the construction of our extra pumps, and then I should then probably force them to finish the reservoir itself, because all that water is going to be pouring out and flooding everything. But we've got a long time till that happens. Let's go back over here and look at our new colony. So these guys are going to need food in the morning to eat. And the way I've built that staircase really makes the food and water down here, and they can get that and then they can go to work this way. So it would make sense that I would build that resource down here. What we're going to do is we're going to square off this. And I'm afraid I'm going to do some annoying counting. Oh, we don't need to, there's 3 there. So 1. I know that's nice symmetry, but it would make sense that the staircase was here, because then they can come out of their houses, down this staircase, and straight to the food. We're going to have to start building some underground resource places as well. There'll be 3 there. Right, so this food is going to be berries. Berries. I can't say whatever they are. I promise one day I'll learn how to say whatever these things are. And we also need to start building a farm area. We need to start building a farmland. So we're eating better food. Okay. What do I do here? 1, 2. Am I making good decisions? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I am. We'll deal with it later. If I'm not, okay. Water, prioritize. V. There we go. And this path comes all the way through there. Ooh, okay. There's an opportunity to be fancy there. Come straight through there. Path straight up there. I think I'm making good decisions. I think what's going to end up happening is going to flood this up to the top level and then build a water deck out here for water pumps. I might even show you what that looks like, actually. I mean, I may as well. It's going to be a new colony. So what I do, 1, 2, is build. Nope, done it wrong already. 1, 2. What am I doing? Am I doing that right? Needs to be a 3. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Oh no. That's a 4. That should be a 4. You'll see what I'm doing in a moment. I'm building a deck for water pumps. Eventually this will be nice water in here. It won't be bad water because if you remember earlier we started to redirect the water. So I kind of build these structures out over the water. And there'll be a lot more of this coming in the series as well. So that's going to be like that. And all those will be like that. And we have food, not a lot of it, but we have food, we have housing, we have water storage, and we have water pumps. It's a mining town. We've got some metal that we're going to take. And because it's a mining town, that means we are going to need to have treated planks in order to be able to maximize that mine. Okay, so that will allow me to take power straight out of that into there. And we're going to build storage places. And this is where they will put the treated planks. And then we will have nice planks up there for them to be able to use. The question is, how do I get down? Ugh, ugly. Never mind. There we go. Now we are going to need a lot of trees, and we are also going to need planks, because these need nice planks to work. So we need to delete that, make a nice cute bridge over the power chain that's going to come out of this. And I know already I'm using way more than 400 power off this free energy source. We will connect it into the power grid eventually, but for now we're just setting this thing out. Now, in order for that to work, we are going to need logs. And the logs will be stored up here. And a nice spiral staircase down. And these are logs. Logs, planks, treated planks. And yes, I have a situation here. So when you build a new district, this took me ages to work out. In fact, I ripped my hair out when I started playing this game. A lot of you will know this already, but when you build a new district, you have to create storage for everything. Dynamite, metal blocks. If you want it to be supplied here, you have to store it in the district. I know that sounds obvious, but I thought if I just built a district crossing, they would bring the materials needed. They don't. They will only bring the materials to the crossing if there's storage to take it out of the crossing and store it. Later on, when this starts to be built, we'll go over that, but I can't build the district crossing now because there's no resource here. Beavers would die even trying to do it. The train line's got to be built. This is a real development for the future. A real crazy development for the future. And as part of that, we are going to need a forester, and we're going to need woodcutters. And we are going to also create a dynamite there for us to be able to create a nice path down to this level here for more trees to be planted. Haven't decided what the trees are. I need a mixture of pine, In fact, thinking about it, I've done something wrong already. So I'm going to need a tapper shack. That's going to dictate that the pine is here. It just would make sense. And we're going to put a little, we're going to put a little storage here for pine resin, which is, is this the wrong, oh, it's there. Pine resin and a tapper shack to get the pine resin, which means that tree rise, just to remind myself, I'm going to just put some pine there to remind myself that that is a bit of a pine forest. Now we are going to need we're going to need food as well, but I am going to flood most of this area out with clean water. That doesn't mean that I can't block this area off and have nice land down there. I don't have to flood all of this just because it is flooded now. I could come through here. Let's start to look at that. I don't want to flood the whole area. I need to be able to take water out of it locally. And I want to keep this line here. So let's start. I don't want water. I don't want water. What am I doing? I don't want water getting in that area. I want it here. So that means I need to... Where is this water going to come from? The reservoir will be up here. The reservoir will be up here. And I don't know... Well, this is going to be an interesting... This is going to be interesting. Let's build this how I want it to be. And then we'll work out the rest later. It kind of makes sense that this isn't a bridge anymore. That this should just be a levee. I haven't looked at how many beavers that we've got free. We've probably got a lot. And I'm hyper-focusing on building a city of the future. Okay. What have we got? 31. 31 beavers not doing anything. That's not great. Okay. That means let's get the metal working. Let's open up this. Let's get the other dynamite factories working. Let's also get the haulers. I forgot what they were called for a moment. The haulers working. Cogs are full. It's not important. We've got 17. Let's just turn on all of our industry. Let's get all of the industry working, making stuff. Let's make stuff. These are working down here. The haulers will do that. That's great. That's all fine. That's all fine. This will grow soon. So let's turn those on. Tapper. Let's turn him on. Let's get research going again. You can notice the last thing I'm doing is build, and you'd think I should be prioritizing that. But that's just what I want you to think. Told you, I don't do things that people want me to do. I never have done. It's never worked. I've always gone against the curve. But we're not doing that badly so far. I mean, look how much water we're getting. Oh, saying water that's about to overflow. So we probably should focus on that. They are doing a great job here. Right, let's just turn on all of our building. Let's turn on all of this. Everything's turned on. 45 jobs unfulfilled. That's fine. Let's get these new pumps built and also get them to prioritize the rest of the dam. Sorry, reservoir. Let's get them. There is plenty. We've got 734 logs. There is plenty of logs for them to get this built. I want to say before it overflows, but it's gonna go. Let's see. Let's see what they do. And that might be it. That might be it overflowing because it's night time. Let's sit and watch this for a bit. Normally something I don't do on the long videos. It was necessary for this. This took way longer than I thought it was going to. In fact, this whole episode, what you don't know yet that you're watching is this hits 100-day nice water. That's about 2 hours, over 2 hours of gameplay. Something that I need to kind of fix in the future. So I've jumped back into this. There's going to be a few places that I'm going to speed this video up, so you don't have to sit through and watch what I did. What I want to do though is the reason I'm showing this on the long video and not just editing it out. It's the benefit of building that scaffold around the whole edge of the reservoir on this game. When you build something this large, yes, you need a lot of wood to be able to build, but it takes so long for them to build one block at a time. You can just see that I've just prioritized that new line, and look, they will deliver logs to more than one block at a time, and they're kind of like building in threes. When you speed it up, you can see this. So it's 3 times faster to build this than just letting them go one at a time and then moving forward. But also when you play one of these hard modes, it's a way to keep the water going up the reservoir and storing as much as you possibly can, because you don't know when a drought's going to hit. And I certainly didn't realize that this one was going to take 100 days. And in the future, when I do another one of these permadeath videos, I'm going to take that into an account. I'm probably going to do 5 to 20 days nice weather, and I don't know, 5 to 50 days bad tide and bad water, and see how that plays out. But let's watch them finish the rest of the reservoir, and then we'll take over and talk a lot more about how long this took. And here we go. It's nearly finally complete. We totally ran out of resources. That became incredibly painful to watch at the end. And yes, I do sit here watching. For you, it was seconds. For me, it was a good 20, 30 minutes of trying to see how much lumber. And look, and now these trees become adults. That's just about right. That's just about right. But reservoir has been completed. We have so much water now. I am really hoping I do not have to turn off the birthing pods in the next drought, because it has taken 51 days to get back up to 115 beavers. A whole cycle of emergency planning and building pretty much wasted. because I was an idiot and didn't check for underground caverns. But who would check for, I mean, come on, who would check for underground caverns? They've also completed the 4 pumps. Let's look at our power situation. We have got 6,000 supplied and our demand is now 5,000. We are going to need more water wheels. Luckily, there is another 5 in production back there. But we're using all of that power, and these dynamite factories haven't even been built yet. And already, we're gonna this colony is going to be really power hungry. Let's go and take a look at what's happening. Food is a problem. I'm not even going to say water. Water shouldn't be a problem. I think I've got a design flaw with this, that the fact is it's going to ditch good water out the back. It's a bit of a waste. So we'll probably have to come back to that. And not only that is, these are never going to stop pumping. They will stop pumping when this goes below that water line. We'll see when a drought happens at what happens here. I don't want to just be pumping water out here just to be dumped out the back. I think this will go below the water line and they'll stop working. That's the plan anyway. Let's make sure these are open. Yes, they are on auto. I'm pretty confident with this. Now, I am about to do a lot of dynamite exploding. Oh, I'm so traumatized about doing this area. There's no need for me to do that right now. Yeah, we'll do these. We'll do this. Okay, is all the water good? I think it's fine. That's solid. Okay. That's okay. Let's make that. Right. How about dynamite in this one? They can't get across because I panicked to get as much water as I could. So let's fix that. What have they been doing over here? This looks good. Let's speed up this dynamite. Let's blow this out. This all looks good around here. If I blow this, if I kill a beaver, game over. Should be good. Okay. And then we're going to build a floodgate just in case I need one. And we need a way for the farmers to get across this area. That'll do nicely. Lag. What's happened to you? You just passed out. Well, it's not dead. It's just sleeping. Okay. I think we're safe here. That's good. We might not be safe up here. I've just told them to come and build this. If I could blow this one, and then they won't come up. Go. Okay. And we should be safe here. Oh, that was risky actually. I might not have been. They could have gone and that could have been the end of the game. I've got to be so careful of that. Okay, let's destroy you. Let's just bring a path down there. Okay. Now, we still need to dynamite around here. Let's make these a priority. And that should be a good irrigation system. It will work for now until all the water comes out of here, and then I can add a sluice, which will be better. But for now, that'll be fine. Okay. Let's leave those alone. Let's leave those beavers alone there. 55 days, good weather. A drought should be on the way. I'm not worried about the drought this time. What could possibly go wrong? I don't want to blow any of this up, but I could fit so much water, much more water in. I have to do it at some point. Let's just have a look. Is there any? That's all solid. That's all solid. If I blow that, that'll be fine. But let's blow it in a place where... Oh God. Is it all staying in? Is all the water staying in? Okay, it doesn't look like it's flowing out anywhere. Okay, that was successful. That was successful. Let's carry on. Little bits of water everywhere. This lot here. Oh, I don't know about this lot. Hold on. Yep, that's all solid. Okay. I'm not going to bother with that because they need to get to that stuff there. Okay. How much water's coming in here now? This is great. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not great. That needs to, oh no, I've done it again. There's no. Okay. This is my problem. I don't think all that water is just going to pour out the bottom and it's going to flood all of this land. Because I don't think, before I do anything, there are no metal plates in the bottom of that. So I kind of need some beavers to... I don't think it will flood because it's just the water it's pumping out. I think it might flood. Any metal blocks? Thankfully we've got some. Okay. One more, fix that. Oh my God, did he just... Okay, so we did 23% and left. That's about right. And thank you. Okay, there we go, that's better. Don't need that, don't need that. How much water's, I can now say, look how much water's coming in here. It's great. It's doubled. Well, these are working at 100%. Oh, I didn't think of that though. My drainage, my overflow's gonna, flood the tapper's house. Oh no, I didn't think. What I could do is delete this. Dynamite here. And then create an underground water tunnel underneath the tapper's shack. And that should be fine. Should be fine. All right, let's blow this. Okay. Got no bad water because it takes a long time to make it. We kind of need that train tunnel to work there. I'm not really sure what these guys are focusing on building right now. There's lots of little projects all over. I'm not really sure what... Oh, they've been focusing on the power. They built those. But they're not going to work because we deleted the power chain so they could reach the wheels to build them. They were inaccessible before, so that will finish that off, and that will give us a lot more power, which we need, surprisingly. We're going to have to extend that power network pretty soon. Okay, reservoir is filling up even more. Beavers are doing dynamite. It just feels like we're slowing down. We're really slowing down. We need... Well, the reason why it feels like we're slowing down is because I lost an entire cycle because I had 8 beavers because they all died in the drought of old age. I'd like to point out they died of old age. I didn't kill them. It was all within the rules. Actually, very lucky we're alive. There's not really much I can do. Let's let them build over here, and then let's focus on our new area that we're building up here. So we have all of the storage and everything that we need to have this industry working, which will support. I don't know if that mine needs gears. Does it need gears? Doesn't say what it needs. I can't remember what it needs. Oh, hold on, there's a recipe here. Yeah, but it doesn't say what that needs. Okay, well, we're a long way off building the actual area. We have our housing area over here. We've got this area that's going to be for planting and vegetables and farming. We need to reroute the badwater, which is going to go this way. And we're going to need to create a lot of storage on the district path. And I don't think this is going to be enough of an area, but we'll see. What can I do here? What can I do here? Well, the district path is going to be there. Oh, it's really awkward space. I've kind of penned myself in before I even started. There's not much I can do there. There's not much I can do here. This is all set up. Let's go and... What do I need to... I just need to have a think. I need to have a think of what I need to focus on. Oh, right, we can do this. There we go. Get that as well. I don't really know what I can focus on. We can plant more crop here. We've got to build the irrigation ditch around the bottom of this. I don't think they can actually get to it. Or maybe they can and they're just... Actually, before we do this, that needs to be built first. Because we're just going to flood our tapper's house if we don't. There we are. Kind of running out of jobs. Kind of running out of jobs. Stranded? Where are you stranded? Oh, okay. Let's... How can we save you, little buddy? Let's do a good thing. Let's save a beaver. There we go. Let's get... Oh no, he died! Oh. Okay, well that sucks. I'd like to point out that that's not in the rules, that if they get stranded and they die, that is their own fault. That's Darwinism. That's Darwinism in true form. If you're stupid enough to get yourself stranded and not jump down and down, then hey, I can't micromanage them that much. Maybe that would be an impossible mode that we could do in the future. If any beaver dies of anything that is not old age, is the end. But on this one, that is not the rule. That's not what we're doing. I just want to make that very clear. Oh, have I done it? There we go. Okay. How's all this looking? How much power we got now? 9,000. I can't believe how long these cycles are going for. 62 days. This game is being really nice to me. I might have to use the mod to change it. It's that might have to be something that we do. It's... There we go, look. There we go. Let's make that... Why? That's because that's set to 80, so that has to be set to 80 as well? Or that's got... Oh, do you know what? That should be a sluice. Okay, here comes something stupid. Here comes something stupid. We are making a design change. It's going to flood everything, but kind of hoping they get it built. And that is a lot of water. That is a lot of water. Is water coming out the... No, it's not. Why isn't it coming out the back of this? 90. Don't know. Are they building this? Oh, look, 99% and he went home. He just had to like hammer one more nail in place and it would have been absolutely fine. I'm going to explain these sluices actually. They took me a while to work out and close above the downstream. So at the moment, this will not close because this blue bar is up here and you can see all the water is just pouring out. Normally, I make these dishes about 80. So if we put this down at 80, it will reach 80 and then it will close on its own. And it will keep the height of 80. You can see the downstream depth right here is on 75. There you go, 82, and it closed. 83. This was such a good addition that they did to the game. That when I've been playing this game pretty much since it came out, and you had to control all of the water by manually changing these all of the time. When a drought came, you had to have massive big builds of reservoirs everywhere. Because I was building reservoirs this big at the beginning of the game, and every time a drought would come, I'd have to open and close about 30, 40 gates, and these sluices have fixed that. This is set to 80 as well, and that's going to be a problem because this water is just going to slosh backwards and forwards. Really what you need to do is at the end of one of these irrigation runs is where you should have your overflow. And that does gives me an idea actually. We could have our overflow coming into this irrigation ditch that I'm putting around here, so we'll think about that in the future. But for now, this is going to hopefully level itself out. You can see it's turning on and off, and I won't have to worry about that anymore. This has never overflown. I wonder why. Does this get to a level before and the pumps stop? I think this stops when it fills up. I didn't know that. I've never had a system like this. I've only designed this system like this because of the level we're doing. But I think this is never going to overfill. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, well, that's good. I do need them to do this though, have they? I think they've done it. Let's have a look under the tapper's shack. Yep. So I'm going to blow that up. And I am hoping, I mean, we can test it. We can test it now. Let's say this overflows. Let's go down to, oh dear. Okay, yes, look at that. Okay, it's a bit messy, but it works. Solved a problem. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm happy with that. So when that overflows, it will go down there. We've got our irrigation ditch that flows around here, which is allowing us to have more food. We should turn these on even though we don't have enough beavers, because I think we are at our maximum. With this amount of birthing pods, this is where we max out at. There aren't enough being born to replace the ones that are dying. And if you were going to do an impossible mode, you could say you are never allowed to turn the birthing pods off, which means that you would have to build an amount that the old aren't replacing, the new aren't replacing the old. And we could look at that in the future as well. So this video is coming up to an hour and a half for me. We had that large bit in the middle, so I'm going to probably try and make it an hour for you, but we still do not have any sight of a drought. We do have enough beds now for the beavers, and they've built the dynamite. There's no one in them. They're now starting to come down here, which is good because we want them to build this. This is our, remember, this is our badwater, ditch water. So we are coming to the point where we need to make more birthing pods. We need to increase our colony size. Let's do that with advanced ones. So these advanced ones, I should really build these by the, do you know what, that's a much better idea. These need extract in order for them to be able to work. And this colony is badly designed because most of it's just built in panic. but they need extract in order to be able to work, so we should probably build them near where there is extract. And berries, there's berries here still. And that will increase our population. Okay. So we can increase our fields over here by using dynamite and blowing all this out and creating a path across. Probably should do that and go up this way with more food. But we do need to start looking at alternative sources of food. That probably will be the next run. We need to make a food district. I want to make a food district where they are just farmers and they are making food. We've got this district over here, which is going to be creating our metal. And we need a farming one, which could be over here. We could flatten, that's a lot to flatten. And then we could feed it off a large reservoir here. We could block that bad water. I can't block that bad water off because it's powering my water wheels. Oh, there's a lot to think about. There is a lot to think about. It's day 67, no drought in sight. I'm going to extend this, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend this. I've been wanting to do it for a while. We're going to extend this out another what do I need? What are you? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this one. That goes there. And then I need, that's not going to work. Let's try that again. Have I just done the same thing? I did. Just did exactly the same thing. 6. 4. Do not need an overflow. But we are going to put more pumps in. Okay, where do these come down? I can work it out from the other things. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, that one, 1, 2, that one. Let's remove those. Now, how are we going to do this? We're going to put a bridge over the top of this. And we are going to use a spiral staircase. I am loving these spiral staircases. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to put these water pumps in. And we're going to put the metal plates in. And let them build it. Got 6 water pumps just bringing water in. In fact, there's actually, do you know what? These pumps are bringing so much. No, I don't know because I think the reservoir's full. I think it's, yeah, it's full. Look, it's overflowing. I was saying, I think there's so many water pumps over here, it can't manage the 2, but I think it's fine. So these guys are going to build that pretty quickly, I think. Material depending. What's the problem? Why can't we do that? It's too far. Oh. Okay. We have a problem. We have a problem. I can't afford to lose the path, so we are going to divert the traffic through there for now. And then that means I can delete that one and build my train line through. Okay. And then it'll carry on with my train line. And this is painful. Can you? Oh, okay. Let's do that. Delete that. That path needs to be put in straight away. 71 days. I'm going to have to speed up a lot more of this video and do some commentary over it, because there's no way you're going to sit there and watch this long of a video of me not really achieving much. All right, that's fixed. Now, let's delete some of this ugliness that was created just for the fact that I needed to get power as quickly as I possibly could. Oh, okay, done it again without thinking. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Let's get that built. And they'll get that built pretty quickly. And they are nearly done with this. Can they just go round? If they can... No, he's not. Okay, well, they're nearly done with that. They'll get the power, and right now I've just killed my power, so none of this is working very well down here. This is working on minimum power, like 11%, because I just killed the power line. It's not a problem, reservoirs are full. Where is all the dynamite going at the moment? It's probably coming down. Yeah, it's all being used here. Okay. Let's do that. Little bits and pieces being finished. Is this working again? Yeah, okay, we've got power back. and they are painfully taking forever dealing with that. But the point, I guess the point of that is when all that scrap's gone, I have no more resource for it, which is a problem. Our housing's been built. Our adult birthing pods have been built, and that means we're going to get a boom of beavers soon. Let's prioritize these by haulers. We'll get a load of new adults. I think that's enough for those right now. And a lot of dynamite being made. Focus totally on that area right now. And I mean, surely this is nearly gone. How much do they take every time they take one? Oh, they do. They take one every time. Okay, well, it's nearly done. 73 days of good water. We are going to try and go through this drought without turning off any of the birthing pods. I'm going to see how long this lasts. And I still should build more water storage, but to be fair, we are still struggling with wood. Because I'm building this stupid experiment up here, which they've nearly done actually. Can reclaim all the wood back from that once they've finished it. Building our extension up here. Not really much else going on until one last bit to go. I think they can reach that if they go round. I'm going to believe they can reach that, and if they can't, I'll fix it another way. Because I kind of want to keep this construction going. 2. This guy too far away? No. 1. Tomorrow. That'll be done tomorrow. That'll be gone. And another day. Another day. These beavers are living their, well, they're not living their best life. They are not happy. I need to work on that happiness. It's terrible. There we go. They are done. They are done. Right. There is a lot of scrap left in here. Let's prioritize this by the haulers and get this scrap out. There we go. Just empty all that scrap out. And then we can finish our tube line. And the power that's being pulled across here is going to follow that line. It's going to follow it all the way through the mountain and power this colony over here as well. Okay, going to speed up time, and we're actually going to go to the drought. So until the clock starts ticking, be back in a moment. Okay, just spotted a flaw in one of my designs. When this blows out, this bad water is going to go down this tunnel and it's going to flood all of this with bad water. We cannot allow that to happen. The only way I can think of doing it without exposing the beavers to bad water is get them to focus on this area first, and then we'll put a slab over the top of it. Let's do that. Let's make this priority here, and then we'll make all of this here lesser priority, and again lesser priority, and make sure that they can get to both sides of it. And the way we do that is we're going to create a safe bridge over that, and in this way they're going to blow this, it's going to have no lid on it, and then we will use these over the top to finish that off. And that will solve that disaster of all of this bad water flowing into here and killing everyone. And then that will speed up the bad water getting to the dynamite. That's the problem. That's why the dynamite's not being built very quickly. What we're also going to do is create some large water storage. Oh no, don't do them like that. That's silly. We do them like this, and we prioritize them and we make them supply. Like that. And then we can destroy this one and then build some more bad water pumps along this side. And that should solve that problem for now. Okay, they've done this. How are they doing here? Let's have a look. Okay, that's blown out. Have they put the lids on them? Can't really see. Yep. Okay, the lids are on them. Which means we can go ahead with the rest of the build safely. There we go. Metal blocks, which we have. Oh, we've got no. Okay, we've run out of scrap. There's some here. There's some there. There's up there. There's this here. It's all so far away, but I don't really have a choice. I think, crazily, this is the closest. This is the closest. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of those awesome spirals. We'll use that bridge, and then we'll take that. Not ideal. Let's see how this works. Turn it on. I want to see if it goes above. If it goes above, this thing's really lame. Makes the game way too easy. He says, I'm on day 84. Is day 85 going to be drought day? Come on, where is everyone? Nope, 85. We're going another day. Shouldn't be so complacent. I should be using this time to create water storage is what I should be doing, rather than messing around with tube stations. Where is everyone? Oh, here we go. Okay. 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 Oh, right. Yeah. Terrible. That's just going to go over, isn't it? Okay. I don't even think I'm going to use one of those in my normal playthrough. That's really easy. Anyone's interested in making me a hard difficulty map based on the rules? I think the next time we do a season, I'm going to become much more prepared for content creation. And this is the first season series and my first YouTube content I've ever created, and I'm learning a lot. I appreciate comments. I appreciate people. Can I kill this? Are you sure you want to demolish? Yes. Yes. Down with the Aquifiers. We can destroy them and say they were evil technology from a world that destroyed and made these beavers, well, scarily clever that they can build civilizations. So whatever is in this bad water has definitely irradiated them. The point is, down with that. Okay, this has been built. This is going to kill the power because I need to destroy these. All that water is going to flood below. It's okay. Let's not panic. Let's put that back in. Let's give me those. Should I put another? Yeah, I'm going to put another floodgate on the other side of this. Set it to 80. Make it important. Now, where is this gonna fall? There. You. Okay, so we need to destroy you. And we need to put dynamite. It takes them so long to destroy these oak trees. And we're going to blow that. That's that floodgate dealt with. Now we need to get the electricity working, so we need 2 of those. Let's get that built. 1 of those. Well, we should be able to do them both. And there we go. Okay. And I'm going to finish that off. Got plenty of logs. Thank you. And there they go. But it's still... Why is it doing that? Didn't I? Oh, we've got no metal blocks, have we? Oh dear. Okay. Let's get these. We've got no metal blocks, so that water is just going to pour out the bottom of that. So tomorrow we've got some metal workers coming in. I could reclaim some. I don't really need to. If I just get these. Are we going to go to 100 days of good weather? I mean, this video, it's like this playthrough has been 2 hours for me. I'm going to have to speed up so much of this video. I'm learning a lot from this. I probably shouldn't do 100 days of good weather. I should probably make it more difficult by 50 days of good weather. 100 days of drought and bad water. Okay. Right. We should be able to get some metal blocks made now and fill that hole up. What's going on down here? Not a lot. Okay. We could build this from 2 directions. So they'll be able to then go this way, and these guys will be able to come this way. Because the only way for me to build this tunnel is keep an eye on this, and when they blow up one, I've got to put a tunnel in. Blow up one, tunnel, blow up, tube, blow up, tube, blow up, tube, blow up, tube. It takes ages. If you do a massive underground tunnel network, I don't know why I'm punishing myself, because I'm doing it here and on the other settlement, but it looks nicer. How are we doing? Is this fixed? No. Is it nearly fixed? Yeah. It's nearly fixed. We got 6 pumps. Look at that. Done. There we go. Delete that. All right. There's so much water going through there. I bet I could put power wheels in this now with that flow. The flow's looking really good. We could maximize some of this. We don't need that path. We don't need that path. We might need that one. Nope, we don't. We definitely don't need that. We don't need this. Where's the door? The door's there. Okay. Can plant some more. There we go. Day 89. This is crazy. How long is this going to go on for? Sorry, day 90. This is... Maybe the game like felt really sorry for me because what I did on the last one when I blew that dam out, that it's taken pity on me. What do you think? Does it work that way? I don't think it does. that's a bad line. May as well go to there. Let's build that. We'll straighten this off. Yep. Okay. Dynamite. It's all going to be over here. The dynamite, I've already blown out some of this path. We can carry it on. This is going to be our bad water. In fact, it's actually ready to go and be redirected. And then when it is, we can create a path across there, and then we can then block this off here. We can do those there for now, but I need that first. Then we can redirect that. Could probably make it a little bit neater. By doing this. Like that. And put this over there so those woodcutters can get across the other side. There you are. Let's put the bridge across there. Look. Oh, look pleasing. Okay. They're doing that. How's all my bad water project coming along? I can't even remember where that is. It's, where is that? Oh, it's over here. All right. Okay. Getting more metal blocks again. Which is good. Bad water, dynamite. This tube line is going to take forever because of the metal block shortage. It's just painful. It's just a painful stage of the game where I'm just trying to grab resource everywhere. Okay, well the woodcutters can get across now. Dynamite wise, no. Let's build one of these. Let's get it done. How far are you off? Metal blocks, okay. And then let's focus on my tube line. Okay, these guys are making good progress down here. Making good progress. Okay, that's good. Food is going to become horrible because I'm getting way more beavers than I had before. That's a lie. I'm not, because I don't have the bad water to make them. So that's a lie. Oh. Day 93. This is crazy. It's been a 2-hour, 15-minute playthrough. I have no idea how much of this you're going to hear because I'm going to be speeding up the majority of it. I don't think I can bring myself to do 2 episodes of nice weather. That's... I mean, not really much has happened. We've come to that awkward stage of the game. In the next drought, we are going to build the reservoir up here. That's going to be our project, and we're going to work out this connection. There is something I can do in a reservoir. I can build a tunnel. I've done it before. It's like a protected tunnel where the bad water goes through the middle of the reservoir and it's surrounded by good water around it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool build. It looks really good when it's done. And we're going to blow this out. We're going to bring it out down the bottom, and yeah, that looked really good. That's what we're going to focus on. In the drought, we're going to extend this out. We're going to go up another 8. Where are we in the level here? 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we can only go up another 8 before we hit the roof of the level. So this can only go up one more level. And that's going to be there at the side. Day 94. This is going to go 100 days, isn't it? This is going to go 100 days of good weather. This is like a blessing normally. Okay. Kind of want to get this line done. Okay, they did it. They did it. Let's blow out the path and fill in the tube and increase its importance. And okay, that's good. Just needs to be built. That just needs to be, someone needs to come and finish that. Come on. 95. Oh boy. And voila. That's good. They can just ditch that in there. And the haulers can come and grab that. And they can just focus on pumping that out. Okay. How are we doing over here? Did we get dynamite? Nope, we don't. Okay. I'm going to focus on this build down here for now. So, just when I say I'm going to focus on that build, bad tide, 96 days. So this is set to between 5 and 100 days of good weather. 96 days of good weather. Do you know what? It's better than 96 days of bad weather. We're about to see what the game does to us in a moment. But let's see where we are. We have 125 beavers. I am not going to turn off the birthing pods. We have this reservoir full, this full, this full. I'm probably going to be stupid and see if I can get any extra water. Not enough. It's not worth doing. Okay, it's not worth doing. So we're going to see how they survive without turning on and off things. Let's see how much it gives us. Okay, coming to the end of this episode. 98 days. 98 days of good water. I actually don't know. I think it probably counts it as these as good days. So it actually is 99 good days. I was one day off the off the lottery win there. How much is it going to give us? How much pain is it going to give us? At least I know that 100 days is a 2 hour 30-minute video. Learning lessons here as we explore. And we have got 38. 38 days, easy peasy. And there will be another episode. We will get through this bad tide very quickly on the next episode and carry on building. Have I left that open? I have. Let's close that before I kill everyone. That was another mistake there. Spotted that. Next episode, we're going to focus on a reservoir. We're going to focus on that new colony. We're not going to turn off any of these birthing pods, so we don't have to spend the majority of the time building back up the colony. So until next time, take care, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one.